What if I told you that one of the most controversial men in pop culture today once sat in a small Chicago apartment, dreaming not of fame, but of freedom? Before the headlines, before the heartbreaks, before Yeezy became a phenomenon, there was just Kanye, a young man chasing more than music. He wanted to reshape the world. Wait, freedom? Isn't this the same guy who once said something that shocked the world about slavery? Yeah. Buckle up, because this story isn't just about music or madness. It's about power, perception, and the price of genius. Oh, and if you think this is going to be another celebrity gossip video, my friend, you're in for a deep dive into cultural complexity. Roots of a rebel. Kanye Omari West was born in Atlanta, raised in Chicago, a child of contrasts. His mother, Donda, an English professor. His father, Ray, a former Black Panther turned Christian counselor. This duality shaped everything. Academic structure by day, revolutionary spirit by heritage. From an early age, I know it. Kanye believed in the power of self-expression. He wrote poetry at 5. He painted. He even designed his own sneakers in middle school, but few took him seriously. That's the first seed of the Kanye legend not being heard. But when he finally found a way to make people listen, it wasn't with words. It was with beats. The sound before the storm. In the late 90s, hip-hop was gritty and aggressive. And then, in walked Kanye, wearing a pink polo and backpack. No gang ties, no street credentials. Imagine walking into a gunfight with a dictionary and a drum machine. He produced for Rockefeller, crafting hits for Jay-Z. But when he said, "Hey, I rap too," they laughed. "You? Rap? With braces on?" They didn't take him seriously. Then he dropped Through the Wire, recorded with his jaw wired shut after a near-fatal crash. It became a hit, not for sympathy, but for brilliance. But just as the world began to love him, Kanye made a move that shocked the nation. George Bush doesn't care about black people. It was 2005, Hurricane Katrina. America was paralyzed. Then, on live TV, Kanye dropped a line that shook the country. George Bush doesn't care about black people. The camera froze. The nation gasped. That was the moment he stopped being just an artist and became a cultural lightning rod. While the world debated, Kanye began building an empire, one that would redefine fashion, music, and black wealth in America. From rapper to brand. They said rappers couldn't be moguls. Kanye asked, why stop at music when you can shape culture? After graduation, Kanye saw himself not just as a musician, but as a designer of the future. In 2009, he launched a shoe collaboration with Louis Vuitton. The fashion world wasn't sure what to make of it. Hip-hop and haute couture? That was unheard of. But Kanye wasn't just making merch, he was crafting identity. His obsession with design and cultural meaning led to Yeezy. The Adidas masterstroke. In 2015, Adidas took a gamble on Kanye and won big. Yeezy wasn't just a shoe, it became a status symbol, a global obsession. Kanye received a royalty deal unlike anything seen before. By 2020, he was the richest black man in US history, worth $66 billion. But the empire wasn't built on music, it was built on belief. Yet behind the success, a deeper transformation was happening. Kanye wasn't just shaping shoes, he was reshaping his political identity. The MAGA hat. In 2018, Kanye walked into the White House wearing a red MAGA hat. He called Donald Trump a father figure. The internet exploded. Some saw bravery, others betrayal. Was it performance art, political sincerity, or both? Kanye claimed he was redefining the symbol. He said love could conquer hate. But in trying to reclaim it, he became a lightning rod for controversy. And while headlines raged, Kanye was preparing a new kind of gospel, spiritual and sonic. The Sunday service movement. In 2019, Kanye launched Sunday Service, a spiritual, musical movement held on mountains, fields, and arenas. For many, it felt divine. For others, it felt theatrical. Is it faith if it has merch? He released Jesus is King, earning a Grammy for Best Contemporary Christian Album. Kanye said he was done with secular music, but was this redemption or rebranding? Then he lost something he held dear, his marriage, and perhaps his stability. The bipolar public spiral. In 2018, Kanye revealed his bipolar disorder, calling it a superpower. But what followed seemed more like chaos than control. One day, he declared himself the greatest artist alive. The next, he tweeted his contracts in all caps at 3 a.m. He even urinated on a Grammy award. Some protest with words. Kanye did it with a Grammy, and a moment no one could ignore. He was unraveling in real time. But behind the spectacle, something deeply personal was breaking. Kim divorce and the public heartbreak. Kim Kardashian and Kanye seemed untouchable until they weren't. In 2021, Kim filed for divorce, citing emotional and mental strain. Kanye responded through music, tweets, and performances laced with heartbreak. He bought a house across the street, called her new boyfriend Skeet. It wasn't just heartbreak, it was performance, a very public one. The fall of Yeezy. In October 2022, Kanye made antisemitic remarks that caused his empire to collapse overnight. Adidas cut ties. Balenciaga distanced itself. His agency dropped him. Forbes reevaluated his net worth. $66 billion became $400 million. It was the biggest personal brand collapse in recent history. And yet, Kanye didn't disappear. He went quiet and returned differently. The Bianca Censori era and Helen rebirth. In early 23, Kanye reportedly married Bianca Censori, an architectural designer. He was seen walking barefoot, wearing masks, and saying little. It wasn't a comeback, it was a transformation. Was he hiding or healing? Cousins. In 25, Kanye released a track called Cousins. It was raw, unsettling. He opened up about a deeply traumatic childhood experience involving a cousin, one that still haunts him. It wasn't for shock, it was confession. Some praised the honesty, others were disturbed. But one thing was clear. Kanye was unloading trauma through art. Bully. Then came Bully, a visual album starring his son, Saint. Part music, part therapy, it explored bullying, fame, and pain through a child's eyes. The internet debated whether it was art or exploitation. With AI vocals and surreal visuals, Bully blurred the line between confession and cinema. Kanye's new relationship with silence. Since 24, Kanye has spoken little. No rants, no interviews, just symbolic films, visuals, gospel sessions. It feels monastic. When Kanye stops talking, do we hear him better, or do we just project onto the silence? The myth of Kanye. Kanye West is no longer just a person. He's a symbol, a genius, a villain, a prophet, a punchline. And somehow, he's all of them at once. His story mirrors America, brilliant, broken, bold. What if Kanye isn't the one who's broken? What if he's just saying the parts we're too afraid to admit? The unwritten ending. His story isn't over. He could return with a masterpiece, or vanish completely. Redemption or ruin, no one knows. Chaos, creation, and control. Kanye turned pain into power, rants into revolutions. He shaped culture by refusing to be shaped by it. But for every Yeezy, a friendship was lost. For every Grammy, a sleepless night. For every billion, a piece of himself. Maybe that's the price of greatness, or of being misunderstood. And what about you? You have a Kanye story too, a dream you haven't started, a risk you haven't taken. What if your story isn't waiting for permission, just a bold step? The power of compounding. If you're wondering how real change happens, how empires are built, it's not from chaos. It's from consistency. We made a video just for that. Tap the screen or check the description to watch The Power of Compounding. Because the smallest decisions we make each day might echo louder than any headline.